Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody, and welcome into yet another Drive Home Forecast. I am the host, Stephen Ray, and I hope everybody is doing well on this Tuesday afternoon as we currently have a couple of showers and thunderstorms around the area. And we are going to start here. Now, as you can see, here is a large view, and there are a couple of spotty showers south of Huntsville, south of Florence, and south of Tuscaloosa, and these storms are all moving towards the north and the northwest. And so I will take you down in here and show you every little bit of thunderstorms around the area so that you guys will know when exactly you are going to be impacted by weather. And the further south you go, the more heavier the rain gets. Okay, so we will start here in the Tuscaloosa metro area. As you can see right now, and it is currently 77 degrees in the Tuscaloosa metro area, as we've had off and on showers and thunderstorms all day. And now we've got another batch of storms coming up the Highway 82 corridor, basically straddling the line there from Tuscaloosa all the way over to Duncanville, and these are moving off to the north. They are producing extremely heavy rain, and they are producing copious amounts of lightning and heavy wind as well, as these storms are tropical in nature because of the tropical storm Elisa down a little bit further off to the south in the Gulf of Mexico. So just note, if you're driving home or about to drive home over here towards the Coaling, the Vance area, or if you're over here towards the Golden Acres area, the Sherwood Forest, Monticello, Alberta City, Cherrywood, or out over here towards the Mercedes plant or the Brookwood Holt area, just note that there's going to be a wet commute if you're heading up 2059 going between Tuscaloosa and the Birmingham metro area. It looks like your drive home, if you're heading west, is going to be rather dry because everything right now is going to be a little bit off to your east if you're over here in Coker, Northport, or if you're in Foster's, Ralph, or Romulus. However, there is a batch of light showers and moderate rain along the 69 corridor, basically from Akron down to Greensboro over to the Utah area. But it's not going to be anything as intense as the stuff is going to be over there in southeastern Tuscaloosa County towards the Duncanville area. And this batch of rain moves all the way down to just north of the Demopolis area. Now, there's also another batch of storms and showers that are moving up towards the Highway 80 corridor, which runs between Demopolis and Selma, and then eventually the Montgomery metro area. So if you were over here towards the Marion areas, also down here towards the Uniontown area, over in here between Uniontown and Selma on Highway 80, just note that there's going to be some heavy rain if you're traveling east or west between Demopolis and Selma on your drive home along the Highway 80 corridor right now. Now let's move a little bit further over to the east and go into the city of Montgomery. And there is a lot of rain and a lot of heavy wind that's going on in the Montgomery area, and I can show you that here in just a minute when we take off the radar, because I'm going to do a radar tour for you, and then we're going to go in here and do some camera views of what it looks like in the actual metro areas. So if you are traveling, like I said, along 80 over here between Montgomery and Selma, this batch of storms is going to be moving off to the northwest towards the Autaugaville area and the Valley Grande area. Also, if you're traveling up over 85 towards the shorter area, it's going to be wet. Or if you're traveling towards the Wetumpka area up to 31, it's going to be a nasty drive home. And of course, if you're traveling between Montgomery and Birmingham on 65, going north, it's going to be a nasty drive home for you guys in the Montgomery metro area. However, nothing is in the Auburn or Opelika area, and it looks like that the rain will hold off until around 6 or 7 to give you time to come home. But if you're watching in Columbus, Georgia, or Smith Stations, that's going to be the same thing. The rain's going to stay a little bit off to your south for your drive home down here in the Auburn and Opelika area. It's going to be close over here towards the Tuskegee area, also down here towards the Eufaula area. It is going to be a wet drive home, and we will continue to move a little bit off to the south down here towards the Ozark and the Enterprise area, and most of the rain and storms has moved out of the Dothan area right now. It is just very, very light rain. However, there are some heavier thunderstorms and showers that are moving into the state of Alabama from the state of Florida. But right now, if you are traveling along the 84 corridor, basically from Andalusia all the way over to Enterprise, Daleville, and Dothan, just note that it is going to be a wet drive home because this area has received a ton of rain earlier in the day because the storms that are up there around the Montgomery area, those originated down here in Dothan, Enterprise, Andalusia, and Ops. So it's going to be a wet drive home for you along the 84 corridor. And one more stop down here in South Alabama before we go up to the northern portions of the area. Let's go around the Mobile metro area, and absolutely nothing is going on right now. It is actually dry in the Mobile metro area for now. Now, there were a couple of storms earlier, as you can see over there towards the Lucedale, Mississippi area across the state line. But for right now, it is pretty much dry around the Satsuma all the way down to the Mobile area and also down towards the Bayou La Batre area. And then, of course, along the immediate coast, if you're traveling along the 180 corridor or the 292 corridor or the 59 corridor going north out of Orange Beach and Gulf Shores going up to Loxley or Bay Minette, your drive home is going to be dry and it's going to be a little bit cooler as we currently have temperatures down there in the upper 70s to low 80s in South Alabama. So now let's go all the way to the northern end of the state, and let's look at the Huntsville metro area, also the Florence area as well. And there are just a couple of showers that are moving into the Huntsville area up the 231 corridor. So if you were watching over here towards the Redstone Arsenal area or downtown Huntsville, it is going to be a wet drive home for you because these storms are moving into the Huntsville metro area right now, also along the 565 corridor over here towards the Mountain Brook and the Oak Park area. But now this Mountain Brook is actually in the Huntsville area, not the Birmingham area. So that is the situation that's ongoing around the Huntsville area. And let's take one more look over here and look at our friends over here towards the Florence, Tuscumbia, and Muscle Shoals area. And basically, if you were along the 72 corridor over here towards the Cherokee area, you guys are going to see a little bit of rain on your drive home in between the Cherokee area and the Tuscumbia and Colonial Heights area. But the downtown Florence area along the 43 and 72 corridor is going to be dry for your drive home. Now, that is the current radar situation. Now, we've also got some of these other thunderstorms that I will show you here briefly over here towards the Trussville and the Pell City area, also over here towards the Riverside area, and just off to the west of Anniston and Oxford. And those will be moving, let me cut on the Birmingham radar because that's a closer radar. and these will be moving towards the Springville, Alabama area up the 59 corridor by the time you start to head home within the next 30 to 35 minutes. But just note, if you are traveling east on the 20 corridor in between downtown Birmingham and over towards the Pell City area, also over here towards the Riverside and the Oxford area, just note that there are a couple of small showers and heavy showers that could impact your drive home over here towards the Moody and the Leeds area, also the Stewart's Crossroads area, just off to the east of downtown Birmingham. So that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. Now, I would also like to take you over here and show you the current road situation that we have ongoing. And we are going to start, if I can get my computer to work right, we are going to start in the Birmingham, or actually, let's start in Tuscaloosa. And as you can see right here, we're going to start on the Lurleen Wallace Boulevard area. And you can see traffic is moving along pretty steadily right now as the showers and thunderstorms and the ominous looking clouds looking back towards the Duncanville area. But this is coming out of the Birmingham, Tuscaloosa area. There you go. If you look straight ahead, that would be downtown Tuscaloosa, and this would be coming out of the Tuscaloosa and Northport area. Over there to your right would be the Tuscaloosa News and the amphitheater right now. And so everything is moving along pretty steadily in the Hugh Thomas Bridge area there in Tuscaloosa. Now, let's take a look at a few more stops here in Tuscaloosa before we head up the way and look at the Birmingham Metro, which the Birmingham Metro is an absolute nightmare again today. Now, here is the live look at Skyland and US 11. And as you can see, rain is falling down that way. And this is where the Academy of Sports is. And this is also where the Kmart used to be and the Lowe's. And as you can see, the Milo's there. And traffic is really flowing pretty well. But I wish we had a look at the 69 corridor. And I'm going to see if I cannot get a look at the 69 corridor going off to the south just a little bit. And let's take a look and see. You gotta love computers. Okay, so apparently that camera is offline. Okay, so this is going to be the camera down there where the Hillcrest High School is going to be, also the Hardee's there, where Bear Creek Road intersects 69. And as you can see, yes, rain is falling down that way, but the roads are pretty much quiet right now. There's not a lot of traffic out there, but once again, ponding of water is definitely a possibility on the roads down there in southern Tuscaloosa County for your drive home. And this is actually the traffic is flowing that you see there on your left side of your screen. That's flowing actually towards Shelton State, and the other traffic is heading towards the Lowe's and Skyland Boulevard area down there on 69 South. and there is ponding of water on the roads as it is flooding down that way right now. Now let's take a look and move a little bit further off to the north and move out of the Tuscaloosa Metro and go into downtown Birmingham, because I was looking at these cameras earlier, and these cameras up here in downtown Birmingham do not paint a good picture right now, as it is an absolute nightmare up in downtown Birmingham, across the northern portions of downtown Birmingham. As you can see, traffic is extremely slow right here as you try to go around 20 towards the St. Vincent's Hospital area. There is the backup right now in downtown Birmingham. If I can get my computer to pull this up full screen. And traffic is moving along very, very slowly right now. And once again, this is at the 2059 at the 24th Street exit. There is obviously a car that is stranded in the middle of the road, unfortunately, and that's going to make problems even more worse as they continue to get closer to the rush hour home up there in downtown Birmingham. And this traffic does stretch back all the way back down here into the Birmingham area off of the 69 and 20 corridor. So this is going to be an absolute nightmare for you guys going downtown and home into the Birmingham metro area. Let me see if I can pull up. Nope, that camera will not work. Okay. Trying to get a camera view for you guys. So traffic is really flowing right now, but then it's also bottled up in a bottleneck right there as you try to go around 20 to get on 65 to go around to St. Vincent's Hospital. Right here behind you would be the BJCC of the convention center up there, but that is the traffic that is ongoing right now in the Birmingham metro area, as it is a complete nightmare, and especially around the northern portions of Birmingham as you try to go around towards the St. Vincent's Hospital area. And let's check one more time. Let's check 280 going into Birmingham and circling around there. And the good news is that there's no rain around Birmingham right now. So there is the roads right there. Basically, you are looking at the area there in downtown Birmingham. Everything is flowing pretty well. So that's pretty good right now. Now let's move a little bit further off to the south and show you the Montgomery metro area, because Montgomery is in a deluge of rain right now. So you can see there's Birmingham with all the cameras up here. There's Tuscaloosa over here. And let's go down. If I can get my computer to straighten up. We're going to make a couple of stops in Montgomery, and then that's going to be it. Wow. Okay, this is I-85 right there near the Alabama State University. And as you can see, traffic is really tight in that area as rain is pouring at that location. The visibility is literally nothing. So if you guys are driving right now near the Alabama State University, down there in the Montgomery metro area, this is what the scene is going to look like. So make sure that you take extra precautions around the Montgomery metro area, because this is going to be an absolute nightmare for you guys down there along the I-85 corridor out of the city of Montgomery. And we will look at one other spot, and this is going to be looking north off of the 65 corridor going up towards the city of Birmingham. And as you can see, it is still raining there as well, but traffic is flowing into and out of the Montgomery metro area. But it is a wet, wet drive anywhere around the Montgomery metro area. So make sure that you guys take it extra easy on the roads as you're moving around the Montgomery metro area, as there is a lot of rain and there is a lot of ponding of water on the roads. And I see that there is some traffic that is really backed up over here towards the Montgomery Zoo, and this is along the 152 corridor. So that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. Guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your evening, and I will be right back here doing another forecast drive home tomorrow right here on social media. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your evening, and as always, God bless.